Hi everybody, welcome to day 6. Well done for making it this far. Today's workout, you're going to feel a little bit of a back body burn. Let's get started. So I'd like you to start at the edge of your mat. Place your hands in front of you. Take a breath in, let's find length. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, pelvic tuck, and we're going to lower bone by bone. So just try and feel each and every vertebra connect to the mat. Lower your arms, land your head. So bring your feet in a little bit closer for me. So I'd like your feet to be hip distance apart, heels a comfortable distance from your buttocks, and let's just take a moment to think about our posture. Your pelvis needs to be neutral. Pubic bone, hip bones on the same level. Little pocket of air between that lower spine and the mat. Let's think about softening and closing the rib cage. Sliding your lower ribs down to meet your hip bones as you draw your navel down and towards your spine. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and think about sliding your shoulder blades down your spine. Let's take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to roll your hips towards your ribs and push your lower back into the mat. So I want you to feel the lower back imprint into the mat using your abdominals. Then initiate your glutes as you breathe out to pick up your hips, and we're going to peel up bone by bone, coming all the way up to the top of your back. Take a moment here. You want a long line from your underarm to your hip to your knees. Let's take a breath in at the top. Now exhale, melt your sternum down. Bone by bone, the vertebra, feel the lower back, and then lengthen the tailbone away from your crown and find that neutral place with that little pocket of air. Let's go again. Inhaling, push the lower back into the mat. Exhale, initiate those glutes to lift. A little bit of resistance with those arms. Feel your triceps and aim for that long line at the top. Make sure your ribs are closed here. Take a breath in, then exhale. Melt down slowly, bone by bone. Lower back touches, and then lengthen the tailbone away from your crown. Let's go again. Breathing in, push the lower back into the mat. Initiate those glutes to lift. Check in with your knees. Make sure they're running straight down the center. Long line at the top, take a breath in, and then exhale slowly. Replace the vertebra, bone by bone. Lower back touches, and then lengthen the tailbone away from the crown. You've got one more. Inhale, push the lower back into the mat. Exhale, initiate the glutes to lift. So I'm feeling my buttocks, I'm feeling my hamstrings. Take a breath in here. Exhale and slowly roll back down, bone by bone. And lengthen the tailbone away from your crown. Hug your thighs towards your chest and nod your chin. Give me one rock. On the second rock, let's roll all the way up. Coming into a bit of rolling. So let's lift one leg, then the other one. So this is our balance point. Bring the inside of your elbows to the outside edge of your knees and squeeze your knees together. Make sure you're not here. Shoulders away from your ears, long mid and upper back. Now drive your heels towards your buttocks. Activate those hamstrings that we've just warmed up. Nod your chin for me so we have a slight rounding through that upper back. Breathing in, we're going to roll back onto the top of the back. Exhale, we roll forward and we keep the toes off the mat. Push the knees together, drop your shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. And again, breathing in. Take it nice and slow. Think about the abdominals like the brakes on your car. Keep driving your heels to your seat. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Hovering. Last one. Inhale. Make your body as tight and small as you can. Exhale. Hold it here. Lift your chest. Bring your arms in front of you. You stay there with your feet off. Now we're going to tuck the tailbone under and we're going to lean back slightly. Flex the feet. You're going to extend one leg. Inhale and exhale. Like you're pedaling on your bicycle. Now if you're finding your back is loading, make sure you're engaging and just tap your heels. So this could be your option. Otherwise you're in the air. My spine is rounded. I feel a strong abdominal connection, no lower back. Let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your balance point, lift your chest, exhale and roll down slowly, bone by bone. And then keep your head off and bring your knees above your hips. Place your fingertips to the base of your skull, elbows in your peripheral vision, and we're going to extend those legs to 45 degrees. Check in, make sure you're not here. Lower back is on, and remember you can land your head at any time. You're going to take the legs out to the side and bring them in. Out and in. So just within the framework of your mat. Keep going. Extend your toes. Pull your navel down. Your lower back needs to be on the mat. Now if you want to work a little harder, take your legs a little lower. But remember, your back needs to be on. If you're really struggling, bend your knees. Keep that chest lifted, relax your neck. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, bend your knees and lower your head. Take a breather. Now we're going to come into an inversion. So if you have a protruding disc, this is definitely not an exercise you want to do. So you will be back to our bridge, which we did earlier in the beginning of the workout. Otherwise, come with me, tabletop legs. You can either start here or take your legs to 45 degrees, but wherever you are, lower back is on. Hinge your thighs towards your hips. Exhale, up and over, and we hit that long line. Support your back here. Now make sure that you are not on your neck. You should be able to freely move your head from side to side. Let go of your arms and let's roll down bone by bone, making sure that that lower back connects to the mat and the back of the head doesn't leave the mat. Either come back to tabletop if that's where you started, or long legs. Let's go again. Inhale, hinge your thighs. Exhale, up and over. Use your arms to help you. Support your lower spine. Now initiate your buttocks, hamstrings, and we're going to lift the front leg all the way up. So here you want your ankle, knee, and hip to be in the same alignment. And then lower down, hitting that long line. Then pick up your back leg. Squeeze the buttocks to lift, and then lower. Lower your arms and roll back down bone by bone. Back of the head does not leave the mat. Give me more length. Come back to tabletop or that long leg. Let's go again. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, up and over. Support your lower back. Now if you want to, you can stay with one leg or come with me, both legs. Squeeze the buttocks and lift. Support your lower spine here. Try and aim for that long line. And then you lower the legs. Legs are parallel to the floor. Initiate the glutes and we lift. If you're on one leg, you're changing. Squeeze the buttocks and then lower back down. Release your arms and we lower bone by bone. Lengthen. Feel that beautiful length for the back of your legs. Back of the head stays on and come back to 45 degrees. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. This is your last round. Inhale, hinge your thighs. Exhale, up and over. Support your lower spine, one leg or both legs. Squeeze the buttocks to lift. Lots of back body here. And then lower the leg. If you're on one leg, you're changing to the other one. Initiate those glutes and squeeze and lift. Toes reaching for the ceiling. And we lower back down. Long line. Release your arms. Keep the back of the head anchored. And we lower bone by bone. Don't let that head lift. Reach the tailbone towards the floor. Come back to your tabletop or to 45 degrees. Well done. Hug your thighs in, nod your chin. Give me one rock. On the second rock, let's come all the way up. Beautiful. Coming now onto our stomachs. So I'd like you to lay down. I'd like you to take your hands and lower your forehead on your hands. So I prefer to keep my legs slightly open. That just keeps me out of my lower back. If your lower back's good, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, your legs are split. Squeeze your buttocks for me and turn your heels slightly inwards and rotate your knees outwards. And just glue your forehead onto your hands. So I want you to think about your legs to start. So breathing in, draw your navel up and in. On the exhale, float your legs off, both of them. Make sure you're not pushing your navel out, but press your hip bones into the mat and then lower down. And again, exhale, lift. So remember, we're activating the glutes to lift the legs and lower down. 3 more. Breathing out and lower down. Keep squeezing. 2 more. Let's go for length. and lower down. Last one, exhale, navel up and in and lengthen, hip bones stay on. Now keep your feet grounded. Exhale, float your chest off. Hold, and then lower down. So just be mindful here. Make sure that that lower back isn't loading. Feet stay grounded. Navel up and in, exhale, chest lifts. And then lower down. So think about a suitcase handle between your shoulder blades to lift your chest. Exhale, 3 more. And you'll feel this a little bit deeper down your spine. Last 2. Breathing out. And lower down. Last 1. Make sure your forehead isn't leaving your hands, so that keeps you out of your neck extensors. Now let's do both together. Breathing out. Lift. And lower down. So try and keep it even through the top and bottom half of the body. Navel up and in, exhale. Keep pushing your forehead into your hands. 3 more. Breathing out. Now if this is too much for you, remember you can just lift your legs or your upper body. 2 more, exhale. And lower down. Last 1. I'd like you to hold it here, flex your feet. We're going to beat the heels. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the chest lift. 4, 3, 2, hold, and lower down. Hands underneath your chest. Let's push back into child's pose. So knees are wide. Anchor your sit bones to your heels. Elbows are on the mat. And allow your chest to fall through your arms. Beautiful release for that lower spine. And I'd like you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now tuck your tailbone under and we're rolling up through the spine. And the last thing is your head. Beautiful. I'd like you to come onto all fours for me. Spreading your fingertips. Make sure your shoulders are above your wrists. Make sure your knees are underneath your hips. And we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to float the knees just off. So check in, make sure you're not there. Shoulders back and down. And again, you can land your knees at any time. So just to be aware of how your shoulder blades feel. We're going to retract the shoulder blades. So that means I want you to lower your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades. And then we're going to protract by lifting the chest and spreading your shoulder blades. Let's go again. We retract, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, and we lift the chest. Keep your elbows soft, but you're not bending your elbows. Think about your shoulder blades. 3 more. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, push up into the shoulder blades. Feeling a lot of abs here. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, push. If you're struggling to feel it, land your knees and push. 1 more, breathing in. Yep, and I'm shaking. Exhale, lift. Land your knees. Take a breather for a moment. Same body position, but this time I want you to round your upper back. So toes are tucked, spread your shoulder blades. Elbows are straight, but not locked. Knees float off. Make sure you're not here, just hovering. Exhale, now lift your chest and spread your shoulder blades and look at your navel. Breathe out. Feel that stretch. And then come back to that straight line. Looking at the mat, let's go again. Exhale, we start off by nodding the chin, and then we lift the chest and spread the shoulder blade. Feel your abs here. And then we ripple out. Ooh, pretty strong. 3 more. Lift the chest, spread the shoulder blades, exhale, and push into the heel of the palms. And ripple out. Last 2. Lift the chest, tuck your chin, and up, 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 up. And I'm shaking. 1 more. Tuck the chin, lift the chest, breathe out, lift, and set it down. Knees wide. Let's go into that child's pose because we need it. Beautiful. Allow your chest to fall through your arms. Relax your jaw. Soften your face, relax your shoulders, breathe. Now tuck your tailbone under and slowly roll up. So you might have felt a little bit of wrist there, so let's make a soft fist and just rotate gently in one direction, and then let's go into the other. Beautiful. Coming now onto your belly again. This time I'd like you to take your arms behind you, turn your palms up. Legs are hip distance apart and you're balancing on your nose. Pull your shoulders so they're in line with your chest, draw your navel up and then activate your glutes. It's about a 35% glute squeeze, not too much. Take a breath in. Now think about lifting your chest off and float your arms off, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. Nod your chin, make sure you're not there. Now let's pump those arms up. 10, 9, 8, navel up and in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up and relax down. Beautiful. Quick stretch before we come into our swimming. Allow the chest to fall through. Feel the stretch across the lower back and breathe. Let's come into swimming. So you're going to lay down. Take your legs hip distance apart. And I'd like you to take your arms in front of you. Balance on your nose. Let's pull the shoulders in line with the chest. Talk about the Pilates triangle here. That's your pubic bone and your two hip bones. Make sure they don't leave the mat. Let's activate the glutes, about a 35% glute squeeze as you turn your heels inwards and rotate your knees outwards. Let's draw the navel up and off the mat. As you breathe out, you're going to lift your, let's say, left arm, right leg. Using the back muscles to lift the chest and lower down. Then we change. Right arm, left leg. Make sure you're not using your neck extensors, so don't lift your eye gaze like this. Nod your chin and look beyond your mat. And remember, you're using the butt muscles to lift the leg. Don't bend your knee to do that. Exhale, lift and lower. Let's do one more here. This is about length, not height. Now let's try both arms and legs. If it's available, breathe out. If you're struggling to get the lift or your back is loading, your lower back, just stay with the single arm and leg. 3 more here. Breathing out. So remember, we want to think about that length rather than the height. Exhale. Last one. Breathing out. We hold it here. Nice and slow. Left arm, right leg. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 2, 3, 4. Don't bend your knees. Remember, you can just use your legs. And out. 2, 3. Let's go a little faster. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift that chest. Relax your shoulders. Last 10. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4. Everyone lift up. And release down. Hands underneath the chest. And press back into child's pose. Beautiful. Elbows on the mat. Heart rate should be up. Allow your chest to fall through and breathe. Beautiful. I'd like you to come onto all fours for me. We're going to take one leg out, then the other one coming into a plank. Spread your fingertips. Now let's lift the chest first and then ripple into that down dog. Adjust your feet if you need to and take your hands a little wider than your shoulders. Remember, if you're struggling with hamstrings, you can bend your knees, but bring your chest towards your thighs and just allow your head to hang. Take a moment here to breathe, and we're going to do a chest press upside down. So keep driving your heels towards the mat as you bend your elbows. Head comes towards the floor. Exhale and push up. We're going for 6. Inhale, lower. Exhale, straighten. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep lifting your hips high, elbows go wide. Last 2 and push. 1 more. Inhale and lift. And then just set your knees down. And we're going to come back to our all fours position. Shoulders back and down, navel up and in, shoulders above your wrists, knees underneath your hips. I'd like you to tuck your toes. Take a breath in. On the exhale, you're going to float your knees just off. Hold and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and lower down. As you lower your knees, don't let go of your abs. Shoulders back and down. We just have all that strength work through the shoulder girdle. Take a breath in. On the exhale, knees float just off. Check in, make sure you're not here. Your tailbone needs to be in line with your crown. Breathe and lower down. We've got one more here. Exhale, knees float off, shoulders back and down. Breathe and lower down. Take a seat. If you're struggling with your wrists, soft fist. And now we're going to add on to that. So if you're happy and you challenge what we've just done, please stay there. Otherwise, we're adding a leg lift. So spread those fingertips, shoulders back and down. You're going to tuck the toes. Breathe in. Exhale, knees float just off. You're going to pick up the leg closest to me and you're going to lift it up. Try not to do this with your bottom knee. Keep that bottom knee floating just off, and you're aiming to get hip height with that knee without opening your hip. Hold. 4, 3, 2, lower your toes, keep your knees off. Pick up your other leg. Now if you're struggling, you don't have to get it high, maybe you're just here. I want you to focus on getting your hips level. Bottom knee is floating. Lower, knees stay off. You've got 2 more. Pick up that leg, make sure you've changed. Hover. Straighten your arms, soft elbows, and lower. This is your last one. Drive the heel towards the ceiling. Make sure you're not collapsing through your lower back. Land your toes. Set your knees wide. Child's pose. Beautiful. Allow your chest to fall through. Breathe. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly rebuild. Beautiful, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, I'd love to hear your feedback and see you on the mat for day 7.